the doctors use. So in some ways, that just shows you some things, haven't changed. There has been this battle, and it's funny, even now the American medical community is at the forefront of fighting this law in the States, whereas here in Canada, the medical community's been actually fighting us for the most part against its use. So, sure, I have more slides. Okay, so yeah, again, this campaign was just so overwhelming. People were scared of their kids that all these, black people were going to come and take advantage of the white girls. As you can see, that's, in this particular one, that was the rhetoric that was fed, protect your children, wild parties, unleash passion. The ironic thing is that most kids have never heard of this drug, right? You can imagine, now, if you were like 16, 15 years old and you heard stuff like this, wild parties, weird orgies, like, I don't know, but I'd be pretty interested once So, it's really ironic how, sometimes what they say and what they do just backfires on them, and in many ways, they increase the popularity of cannabis by making it illegal. If they may have never made it illegal, they might have successfully eliminated it from the world, and it might not be here, but, making it illegal created this rebellious youth culture. Back even in the 1930s, like I've smoked pot with people that have been using this herb since the 40s and 50s, like people alive double the time I've been alive, kind of thing, smoking it 60, 70 years. And so, it's been, really something though that again, a lot of times when they come out with these campaigns to youth and stuff, they make up such, crazy suggestions that it just inspires, unfortunately, young minds to be curious about it. So there's the other, I'm not going to call him a name guy, but the nephew, again, of Andrew Mellon, nephew-in-law, who worked, almost close to 40 years, I think, to prohibit cannabis, and was very influential in things like the 1961 single Convention on Narcotics passed, and other stuff. So one of the worst people, I would have to say, to have passed on the earth. So again, this is some of the religious imagery. They even have the god Malik here mentioned, which is an ancient, they don't do throw in the paganism very often, but there it is, assassinate youth, marijuana. It's pretty obvious to me. And so the funny part was, though, the ironic part, that while these laws were being pushed, while the industrialists of the North and certainly, Washington D.C. were very aware of what they were doing and what, and how they were doing it, the agricultural community was oblivious to this whole thing, right? Marijuana is illegal, fine. We're making hemp. Right? It had nothing to do with it, right? So Henry Ford's making all his stuff. Popular Mechanics put out this, lead article. This is only one page. I kind of picked it for the pretty girl, but you can also see, where they're harvesting the hemp here. And this is the title: the first time that $1 billion had ever been applied to an agricultural commodity in the world, in history. They thought we can actually make an industry in North America worth $1 billion a year, because not only could we make these clothes, but as I said, had to be oblivious to the law that passed the year before. And there's even another weird era where it was made legal again for the Second World War, but that's more for hemp history. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. Next week, I think I do a class on cannabis around the world, and then in 2 weeks, I have a guest speaker actually on hemp products today, Bill Finley from Hemp Company. So thanks, everybody, for coming out. Gail, you gotta get out of here.